Hello everyone. Just thought I'd log in, show you some updates that I did to the Quill Volley build that I've been working with. I know I've done the Evade build and also the Russian Claw build, but I did some changes which really helped out my damage output. I was really shocked on it in regards to just some of the changes that we have. Anyways, just run you through it real fast. Then what we'll do is, like always, I'll do a pit 150 run so you can see some of the changes. And I think that the damage outputs, I saw damage output of 440,000 trillion damage, and also 284 on my first run when I was experimenting. The gear is still remain the same. Of course, if you go to my YouTube channel, which the link is here on Discord, you'll be able to go to my actual build that's on d4builds.gg, and it's actually in the descriptions. But the gear itself has remained the same. I'll just run through the gear. Don't want to waste too much of your time here. Gear's still the same, running XOL, XAL, and POC and Q still, so no changes there. No changes on any of the rings. Well, I did finally get that ring to roll 3 times. Took me all season to get that done, but finally I got it done. 3 times on max life. So as you can see, the gear's all the same. I did lose a little bit of attack power. The aspects are all the same. Gained a little bit of life. That's mostly from the ring. Anyways, let's get to where the changes are. We're still Jaguar. The skill tree itself is still going to be the same. The Thunder Spike is just sort of open up the Quill Volley, the core skills. So we have core skills back to here. So basically, the actual skills are still the same. If you want, like I said, if you want to see it, it's actually in the descriptions of my videos on YouTube, my YouTube channel, Riot1974. The link is on my Discord. You most definitely can go check this out and go into more detail. Also pay attention to the notes. I do explain a little bit of stuff and also the math behind the build itself and what I've grown to understand listening to Rob, Ace of Spades, different creators, and then sort of creating my own stuff, taking what they have, adding to it, and just doing some basic modifications. So let me show you where I'm currently at. Okay, coming into my starter board, what we're going to use here is going to be canning. Do this for lightning damage, or it's non-physical damage. So you could be anywhere from fire for Jaguar to actual lightning damage. And I'll show you my stats here shortly. You can sort of see where we go from the starter board. And then we're going to go up to the Vicious Shield board, of course, because this is going to be a very important one. And in this board, we're still going to use Fulminite. If you know me, I have never been able to say that. But most definitely, we grab a few things. We want to make sure our barrier generation is good. I'm sitting at currently 125. You want to be at least at 122 and a half, 123. Somewhere in that nature in order to get your full life as barrier. Okay, so then what I do from here is before I open this board, I just place a random board over here, just any board, in fight, whatever it is, and then I come over here to open this board, and this board is the Convergence board, and in this board I know I use Spirit. You want that critical strike. I take all the dex nodes in here, get that critical strike up as high as we can get it. Just get everything you can. Then, of course, I go around and grab what nodes I can through here. Okay. Then what I want to do is go over here and delete this N5 or whatever board you placed over there, because what that done is that saved it as the third board. That then made this your fourth board. In order to save points, as we've discussed in videos, that will make this your actual third board, because it's, you deleted off the old one. Now it opened that third slot up, and then you're going to put in revealing. And of course we use the colossal resource stacking, resolve stacking, excuse me, is very important. And also this is what that extra board, by making this the third board, this board for some reason is very expensive. But as you can see with this, it actually takes and makes it where I can get this at 1540. If you don't place that other board before you place the Convergence board, this is going to be over 2,000 decks you got to have in order to activate this. Same thing with this one. Of course, the only way I get this one because of 1670 decks is whenever I'm buffed. So keep that in mind. Colossal, very important. Okay, then we're going to come over, and then you're going to place the sapping board. And you're going to notice here that I used to have Hubris, but now I have Talon. And I take as much, all the decks I can in Talon, and it really has improved my damage. Gives me 367% eagle damage, 10.4 multiplicative lightning damage, and also your eagle skills deal 15x multiplicative increased critical strike damage. So my critical strike damage gets up to over about almost 6,800 that I've seen, 7,000, 8,000, somewhere up in there. It's not huge like I've had on other builds, but it most definitely, I've seen some good damage output from using Talon instead of Hubris here. Now, so that sort of just goes over the board. The big major changes over here, as you can see, I dropped some resist. Most definitely something you can do. You want to keep your max resources right around 250. I think mine's right at 250. So if you're going to do this and you're going to take Talon, either you may have to, in order to keep your max resources up at 250, you may have to sacrifice a couple of dex nodes here, which you should still be fine, or you're going to have to sacrifice some other things. One thing I did was I sacrificed some armor, and then I put right here as my main mercenary to get the armor bonus from him. I have that outlined on my build planner. So it works out. So when I'm solo, I'm a little bit over 900 armor. And right now, when I'm solo, I'm at 1200. When I'm actually in a group, I'm a little over 900. The thing is making sure that barrier, we've talked about that, the barrier, you get your max life is barrier. You get 45% from bulwark. Okay, so you need to make up 55%, and that's where that if you get 123% barrier generation, that will actually make this give you 100% barrier. Okay. Like I said, I did make a change here. I went back to running. I did have Cebu up here, but what I've done is I put Rahir back up here, and we're running Cebu down here at the bottom as the backup. As you can see, we get the armor bonus, and then we go straight down and get the damage increase for anyone that he's taunted. He taunts pretty frequently, so the 15% damage increase is pretty nice whenever it happens. Main thing you're looking at is just the barrier overall. Okay. On Cebu, I just use the cover fire, just anytime a skills cast. So whenever it's available, he'll come out, do the cover fire, volley some arrows, and slow the enemy by 50%. which does work with apprehension. Once they hit 80%, then of course you get the damage increase, but that's also when they become slower feared. So remember that your centipede skill, Scourge, it actually fears the enemy, which means you're going to get that 38%. All right, so that's the big change. I was actually shocked in the damage output just from running Talon. I was just getting bored, waiting for the new season, trying some different things, but most definitely it's something that I wanted to share with everyone. You can try it out. I'm not the one that likes running Mystic Circle, so whenever I actually took away with the Mystic Circle, I actually went back to Overpower. I had a habit of jumping out of the actual Overpower. Hey Daisy, how you doing? Thank you for watching. So Mystic Circle, I jumped around because Ravager actually takes it out, or makes you hop all around, and I just couldn't stand. So that's just where we're at and what we're looking at for this build. So let me go ahead and run you through some 150s real fast, and you can see the performance of the build. Now I am going to put on some incense and stuff just so I have it.
More loyal friends you'll not find.
All right, so let's run through this and see how it goes. Hopefully it goes as good as it did last night, or that shall be a little disappointing, huh? Coming here to show you, try to tell you that it does a lot better, and it does worse. That would be embarrassing. But it wouldn't be the first time that I've embarrassed myself. All right, so let's get this started. I forgot to run you through my stats. I'll do that after this pit. We'll run through the stats and actually look. As you can see, there's 37,000 trillion. And it actually gets a little bit bigger than that. So, main thing is trying to make sure your breakpoints on your speeds are good. Things of that nature. So, like I said, I've never been a speed guy where I'm trying to do a pit in 2 minutes, so don't get me wrong there. I just like to play the game and try to figure things out. And any time that, of course, I get something, I like to share it and just have fun with it. But I watch a lot of videos of other creators and get some ideas from them and try to build upon what they get on their own. A lot of creators abandoned us this season, and went to play Po2, and it is what it is. There's 10,000 trillion damage. And I only have the normal damage on. If you have all the other critical strike and overpower, it just overwhelms you on the screen. So I just try to look at the normal damage that I'm hitting for, and that gives me a pretty good idea of what's going on. And plus you watch the bars. If they're dropping pretty quick, you're doing all right. Still, the main key is your Fell Soothsayer. That's where a lot of your double dipping damage is coming from, mixing with your Vicious Shield, your Jaguar, things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. But the Fell Soothsayer is very important from the standpoint of just echoing out that damage, being able to kill groups pretty quickly. But it does stink against single target. So during a boss fight, while you will be able to kill them, you most definitely hope that you get an ad. Because if not, then you're in for a fight. So usually I can get there in about 9 minutes left. That's a good run. Just group them up, chop them down. Yeah, way over here. Pretty high trillion hits there, 100 trillions, but they get higher. Like I said, just keep them grouped. Always have a group that you're fighting. Don't waste your time with just one. Like I said, if you keep moving, they'll follow you, and you just suck them in with Vortex, and move on to the next pack, start killing stuff, and go from there. Alright, let's get to the boss. 9 minutes, 39 seconds. And the bosses are going to be determined on how quick I get an ad, if I can get it lined up properly to hit it. This boss has quite a bit of health, but we'll most definitely give it a shot. You don't have to worry about too much of the stuff going on around you. Usually if you're following the build, it's actually going to hold up pretty well against the stuff that comes through. Here comes, there's some ads. See if we can, there it goes. As you can see, I had an ad there. Just poured it over, started hitting him, and it echoed out to the boss and killed him. So that's the build. Actually, that wasn't too bad of a run. I didn't embarrass myself, at least. And well, at least I don't think I did. But who knows? Who cares? It's all in fun. So let me just run you through my stats real fast, since I didn't do that. And remember, this is inside the dungeon, and I'm also buffed with Course of War, Elixir Fortitude, man, I'm losing my mind, and Desert Escape. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these numbers. So here's my resist. As you can see, none of them are capped with the actual, was it fire, cold, and shadow. It puts it up there well enough. You didn't see me struggle anywhere. I thought I was going to die during that run. My attack speed right now is 91%. Whenever Moonrise kicks in, that's going to put it up over at 100. Then I'll have 13. How many stacks of ferocity do I have right now? Which one's ferocity? All right, that's the mouth. Okay, I have 2 right now. But you want your ferocity to get up to about 13, 14 stacks. That's why I run Jaguar. Jaguar, what that'll do is give you 60% additional in a different bucket of attack speed. I've talked about that, which will put you at your 11 on your break point for your screen refreshes. You can see right now, not fighting, I have a critical strike damage of 6831. That will go up some when you fight. Overpower damage. All damage, of course, that goes up quite a bit as I'm fighting. I think I get up to 60, 70,000 attack power, so that goes up. My damage with lightning, then my normals here that I don't have anything on. You do have damage with fire, which is your Jaguar. It is a fire-based skill from what I understand. Of course, max life 28,000. That is going to go up another 20% or so. So I probably have around 30,000 life, which is going to compound with your vicious shield. Armor, of course. Block chance when you're fighting is 100%. And you have to remember you can actually go up over 100%, in which that impacts your critical strike, and also it impacts, I believe it's your vicious shield. So keep that in mind. Here's my damage reduction numbers. My barrier bonus with what I have now, my armor and my Paragon boards is 125%. A little bit higher than what I want, but if I take out 3% from one node or one magic node, then it would drop me to 122. I'd rather be a little high than a little low, so that's just my thought process. You can see my fury generation, my vigor reduction cost. You can see whenever I'm stealthed, I'm at 200% movement speed. When I'm not stealthed, I'm at about 162. My lucky hit bonus, and that's from my Paragon board because I'm not running any lucky hit on any of my items, but that is enough to actually get the gloves to go off to replenish or give me 66, 67% of my primary resource back. And of course, well, 66.4 is right below it. That's how much of it I get back, and that's in order to replaces the Midnight Sun in order to help me with refilling my vigor whenever the Kepelek actually takes it all, to help it get full faster in order to make sure I'm overpower damaging correctly. All right, so that's the basic rundown of the stats. As you can see, it does pretty well in regards to clearing a 150, no problems at all. Another thing I want you to make sure of is make sure that your maximum vigor is around 250% with this build. That just makes sure with your vigor reduction below it, it makes sure that your talisman goes off. So with the reduction, it actually works out because it's actually bugged or something where that you don't need the full 275. You need about 240 to 250. I've seen 250, I've seen 240, but I'm sure there's other factors that come in play, and what I've noticed is the best results about 250, 255, somewhere in there. With this build, I'm actually able to I'm at 250 since I moved the Talon, or you start using the Talon glyph. Now, when I was using the Hubris, I was actually at about 260, so I was close to 270, somewhere in there. But just keep an eye on it. Make sure you stay within the ranges when you're moving things around on your Paragon board to add the Talon glyph, where that you keep 223 barrier bonus, have right at 250. I say 250. Some people say 240. Right at 240, 250, even a little bit higher on vigor. And of course, make sure your fury generation, you maintain that. So, because that's what's going to help get that 66.4 lucky hit vigor up to 70, 80%. So just keep that stuff in mind. So that's where we're at right now. I just wanted to run through it. As I said, this build is actually updated on D4 builds.gg. It is, I updated the build last night, did some testing, and you can actually find the link to that build on my YouTube channel, which is on my Discord page. And you can click on that. There's actually 3 builds in the description. It's my Vade build, the Quill Volley. Goodness, I'm losing my mind. And the Toxic Skin build that I did, Rushing Claw. So with that said, let's run one more, just so you could see it working again. Let me sell off this junk here I got. And I know we're down to the last week. We will be working through some stuff. Get ready for season 7. Oh, no, I'm just sitting here recording my deal here for my build. So I guess what we'll do is we'll take Knucklehead here and try to do a 150 and see if we can do it with this guy and see what happens. Oh Lord, what are you gonna show me? I'm gonna like it. Okay, I got you. I'm not gonna hate it. Is it? You said to be money? What? I don't know. What are you trying to show me? You gonna show me it in chat or something? Oh, you got a new one? What'd you get? Yeah. Okay. Where'd you get it from? Oh, really? That's cool. I don't see anything linked. Oh, there it is. You got a 2-star with a 3. How about that? Yeah. The chance for core skills, yeah. That's the most important one. I still don't understand why you use Vortex on there when you have Vortex you're using. That's what it says. Well, I don't even know what skill build you're following then. Okay. Cool. Hey, you follow whatever build you want. Matter to me. Yeah, I'm about to do a 150. So if you want to join, you can. Just try not to die. That's the important thing. Oh man, now I'm sitting there wondering what skills you're running. Let me see this. Oh, you're running counterattack. See, in my opinion, I would drop counterattack. I don't like telling you what to do. I would drop counterattack, put Vortex there, and then I would actually do 20% health on my staff, which would be XOL and XAL. You see what I'm saying? Counterattack's nice. But I don't know if I would. I would rather have vortex than counterattack. That's just my personal opinion. And then have the 20% extra life, because more life you do, the more your vicious shield is going to do. But hey, you do you. Don't worry about me. All right, so let me make sure I got my crap on here. All right, let me look. All right. Yeah, would you? Okay. Here, I think what we're going to do is I'm actually going to put this potion on, and then I am going to change my... Which one is about to... Can't tell. I can never tell which incense about to stop. Yeah. Let me go up here. So it's Desert Escape that I have that's about to expire. Yeah, I have to go to the stats thing though. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, yeah, that's not good. All right, you ready? Let's see if we can do this. I just did one just a minute ago, just when I was showcasing the build, but I'm still streaming, so... I mean, they can't hear you. But, yeah, these will have more life. Just tickling them, is that what you're doing? I just hit for 190,000 trillion damage. I made some adjustments. Took off Hubris, and I put in Talon, and I'm running Cannon, and I haven't hit that hard since I was running Mythic Circle, which I don't like. That was a 45,000 trillion hit. So you're talking quadrillions. I hit it pretty regularly with the changes that I made. I sent you the link to the build. I didn't know if you could see it because you had to probably be on the app or something when you messaged me earlier. Yeah. See the chat on Battle.net, and you should be able to see the link to my build where I made the updates. Yeah. I need some teas. Well, you're also not using Fell Soothsayer. Yeah. Keep moving. Once we get it down, we're going to move on. Because if it's not a pack, it does no good. Find some more packs we can freaking get. $26,000 trillion that I saw. Might have been one bigger than that. Biggest I've seen is like 440,000 trillion. That's crazy since I changed it. Because I was messing with it yesterday, or was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. I was looking at some different things and changing my build around. And, you know, there's only a week left, and I thought, well, let me experiment here. So I went away from the evade build and was jacking with this. Yeah, well, that's part of it. So you don't have to focus on armor and resist so much. Now it helps with your blue not dropping, but you know, your armored resist is sort of secondary. You want some, but you just don't need boatloads of it. Yeah, we're gonna need no, nah, we're not gonna make it 9. Usually I get to the boss solo at about 9 minutes. With 9 minutes left, but these have a little bit more health. But we'll wait and see. You never know. And then I will hope for an ad, so I don't have to fight it for 6 hours. Uh-oh. Yeah, but don't do that. Yeah. 81,000 trillion. 81,000 trillion. That's just weird to be. Yeah, I guess they don't have anything higher than trillion. But like I said, I didn't see anything this big, except for when I was running Mythic Circle, and I just couldn't I couldn't keep my guy inside the circle. So it was sort of a waste. I mean, at 150, when you're standing here fighting, that's one thing. But when you're running around fighting all sorts of stuff and that you drop your circle and have to leave it, that's just sort of stupid to me. You're my additional shield. Yeah, it's alright. No, it's the 16th is it, campfire. Yep. And then next Tuesday you'll start the... Oh, we got 8 minutes? That's not bad, even though you died once, but... Yeah, it's, the fireside, the campfire chat is this weekend, or this, oh, there's an ad, I got it, let me position. Alright, here we go. And, there you go. That's what Soothsayer does. You see how fast his health died? It's hit those ads, and boom, it just explodes. But, anyways, campfire chat is this Thursday, no, it's the 16th, and then the actual season starts on 21st. Yep. No, Tuesday. Always starts on a Tuesday. Yep. That's when they do the patches. So I'll have to wait and see. I'm thinking about still running the Spiritborn next season. Can't be any worse than anything else, you know.
From nothing.
And I just like the way it operates. Is that the first time you did a 150, or did we do it before? Oh, I have. Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. Yeah. Yeah, the 16th is the campfire, and then the 21st, because if you go to your season tab It actually says that this season ends on the 21st, and usually they'll start the next one up right after it adds, or right after it ends. So, but I'll know more about what's going to be cool and what's going to be trash once I'm able to look at the patches or the patch notes and actually listen to what the professionals think. Because I'm not a professional. See, I just listen to the professionals and then make my own crap up based off of what they're saying. Oh, so that's my armor. I'm just talking to my people here. My armor, whenever I'm in a group, is 945. So the cap's 1,000. So as you can see, with when you take Rahir off, that's what you'd be at. So even if you wanted to run Sabu as your main, and put Rahir as the secondary, as your reinforcement, you would still be fine on armor. It's just I prefer when I'm solo in order to not look stupid. It's a mental thing to me, is I like to have over 1,000. And then once again, my resist, even buffed here, they're just in the 60s. Lowest one's 55. So... yeah, that's because I finally convinced you and you actually listened that resist are important, but not that important when you have a barrier. It's hard, man, because I played all these seasons as a barbarian, and resist and armor was everything. I had to have it. And then I come over here and play something with the, that gets a barrier, and it's like, I guess I don't need that, It took me 61 and 14, yeah. But if that barrier isn't up, well, they'll beat the snot out of you.
Well, there's something special.
Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. Other than that, that's just the changes that I made to the build. And like I said, the majority of it had to do with just that one Paragon glyph where I changed out Hubris and put in Talon. Kept the same pattern on the actual glyphs, but I had to just remove a few. Like I removed some resistance. I removed down here some resource generation and max resource, and that's just so I could get these extra eagle damage. And I guess what made me think of Talon was using it with my evade build and how well it did there. And I started looking into it, and I noticed Ace of Spades used Talon. I used Canning for lightning damage. And Rob used Ritual because he ran Mythic Circle, but I didn't want to run Mythic Circle, so I got rid of Ritual, put Canning, and then using Talon actually just boosted it quite a bit, the damage overall. So just a mixture of things. So anyways, I appreciate you watching the video. I'm going to let you go and run around here with Lockhart, or Lohar. He has a different name every season. And I appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you.